All right, so I think I'm live now. Yeah, I should be live. So now, welcome, hello, I am Czardus, and let's play Cities Skylines. We are in uh, Middleshire today, and we need to get the lighting right. I don't think this is quite the right preset. Let's find Middleshire, load that up, there we go. That is better, and we're going to get the ambient lighting just right. We're going to set that to time of day that way, and there we go. All right, so now what I want to do today, we are going to explore the new content creator packs and kind of take a look at all of them and see what happened, or like see what we've got and stuff like that. Now, what I want to do is make sure that everything is set up right. There we go. Okay, I think that is good. So in Middleshire, we have to find a spot to put some Koreatown stuff and then skyscrapers. I think what I want to do, let's take a look at the angle here of some of this. Yeah, I think I want the skyscrapers like right in here. So we can go ahead and get working on some of that. I mean, we've got a ton of content that we can add here from other content packs too, but for now, let's go all the way over to the skyscrapers, and we'll grab the tall one of all of these. I want it to be a pretty big thing. I mean, we've got, so Middleshire is set up, so we've got the old town over here, and then we've got all this new town stuff that we can build in and make sure that everything is up and running nice and stuff like that. VE5VV, hey, welcome. Glad to have you today. We are, like I said, exploring the new content creator packs. Unfortunately, as we build these, we're going to take out jobs and stuff like that. Maybe we want the smaller. No, I want the big one here. Like I said, I really want to go tall. Go big or go home, right? Let's get this over here. Yeah, that already has remade the skyline here in Middleshire. Let's make sure we don't have any zoning here, which we don't. Double check the time here on day-night cycle. Let's add a little bit more lighting. This is a free update. No, the skyscrapers are a content creator pack that is now available today. It came out about 11 hours ago, and that is what it is. But there is a free update today as well. We can take a look at some of that. Maybe the lighting is too bright now. The free update is a whole bunch of great roads. So we can go in to roads here. And there's new roads available. There's more tram roads. There's more bike lanes and stuff like that. I don't know exactly which ones are the new ones. Here, like this one, 2-lane road with median tram traps and bicycle lanes. You have to have the associated DLCs for it to work. Like bike lanes you have to have after dark, and or maybe that's the trams. Yeah, I think I can't remember now which one you have to have the trams and the bike lanes, but you do get some new tram roads if you have the DLCs. Same with monorails. There are new versions for monorails and stuff like that. And then also, I think there's more in here too. Maybe the large one here. Yeah, I think this one. 6-lane road with tram tracks, bus, and bike lanes. So this road has a whole bunch of stuff in there. So you can add new roads to your city with that. And that is the free update. But the skyscrapers are definitely a content creator pack. Large bank building. Oh, this is a very large one. I don't think we have anywhere that would fit. Maybe we'll skip that. We have to decide, like I said, we have to decide where we're going to put the Koreatown buildings. Do we want to have a like separate area that is Koreatown? I feel like I don't know that it would work. So tomorrow's video is going to be adding a Koreatown to Wareham. So we don't have to do a Koreatown in this one. But if we can find the spot, it would be good to do that. And in the meantime, let's find more of these skyscrapers that we can put in. This one is really big. Marshalltown Tower. This is a smaller one. So a lot of them in the pack have a tall version and a smaller version. I can show you over here. You can compare. There's the short version and there's the tall version. And they're pretty much the same building, except one is shorter than the other. So you can decide which one you want. I think what we'll do, like the tall one, it's pretty much the same height as that. We could get like one more tall building in here. I don't know that it should go right there with it. May the beards be with us. Yes. Go with beards. Beards are good. Okay, now I wanted to... Sorry, I had an email there that distracted me. Anyway, there's so many things when you're streaming that, like, when you're recording, you can pause the game really quick and just look at stuff, but when you're streaming, it's a little bit different. Anyway, yeah, that looks good. ChirpNet. I like that. And we want to get some trees in here so that it looks okay. We're not playing with mods. A lot of mods are being updated. And, I mean, they might be updated already. I haven't checked today. But I know, and I know a lot of the modders already have updates ready to go. It was just they couldn't upload them until the patch went out this morning. Yeah, that looks good. And, but there is, if you're on my Discord server, there is a spreadsheet that you can do, and we might be able to get it here. Let me see. Nope, I don't have that set up. But if you're on Discord, you can go to and just type in that command, and it will bring up a spreadsheet that will give you updates on where the mods are at and stuff like that. Let's get a few more of these buildings in, and then we need to check on how some of the job situation is. As we're taking out buildings from the city. 11% unemployment. I think we're okay. I think we can keep going and add more here. We have Catalina's Norte Tower from Argentina. That one's a nice smaller one. Too bad it doesn't fit in there. Or in here, man. These little triangle spots would be great for those smaller buildings. I feel like we've got the gherkin over here, and I feel like I need to build out the skyline out this way to help that blend in a little bit, because right now it just really stands out there. But these are really just unique buildings. They'll bring in a lot of tourists and stuff like that, but they are taking away from the rest of the city a little bit. Let's get some bigger ones in. This one is like long and narrow. Wonder where that could go. This is kind of a narrow spot. Let's put it here. Yeah, that is interesting. What are this one is a smaller version of that. Okay. It's another narrow, long and narrow one. Can fit next to that, but I feel like that would be overkill. Unless we put it here and then put a path. No, I don't think we want to do that. Keep this. Oh, autosave, coffee time. Today it is soda time. Okay. Now, I think we'll skip that one. Jubilee Motors building. This is a really big one. Really, really big. But it can fit right there. Yeah, I mean, now we're starting to be at a point where we can't really see that way, but over here we've got several really tall ones. I think now if we have options for a smaller version, we should go with the smaller one. Like here, 167. Although it's already kind of smaller. Yeah, look, this one is 203. That one I think would be too tall. We need to have a little bit of variation in here. So we'll go with this one, kind of medium size. Oh, and it has some angles there too. Yeah, that is nice there. Let's take this out. And I wonder if we can get anything nice in this corner. We don't have parts that are that small because we are not using any custom content. But, oh, maybe we do. No, these don't have any that small. Pedestrian areas are not that small, but yeah, I mean, we could put a carport there, I guess. Yeah, I think the rest of that is all a bunch of other stuff. We don't have a zoo in Middleshire? How did we go through that whole series and never build a zoo or an amusement park? That's a little bit surprising, actually. Yeah, that's too big. Okay, what we'll do is we'll just build a little park here then. So we'll get... Actually, we don't need any of that. Let's do this. We'll get a couple of trees. And put it like that, so that it's like there's a little bit of a grassy space in there. I think that will work. Alright, now... We've, like, totally transformed the look of Middleshire. Yeah, I mean, I guess totally transformed isn't quite the right word, or the right way to describe it, but I feel like we have redefined that downtown quite a bit. And I'm okay with that. This one's 192, that's too big. Let's do the smaller one, 124. Okay, that's bigger than the vanilla buildings, but still nice. It could help blend over here. Yeah, that fit really well. I wish I had moved it so I could move just a tiny bit. You don't see zoos as a feature of all cities. Yeah, I agree, and that's probably why I didn't end up putting it in. But I do usually end up putting one in everything just because, especially my vanilla builds, because I like to build out, like, a complete city and use everything possible in the game. MLM building. Look, this one is really tall. That one is not. So I think what we'll do, we kind of have a long line here of the tall buildings. We don't really have many over on this side. I think we could get one here. Although that's like right across the street from that one. Let's try here. Yeah, I like that. That adds a little bit more variety. What does it say in it? Oh, that's just windows. This is really changing. Oh, look at this one. Sips Rivers Center. Really tall one. Would be the tallest. Could go right over here. Although, again, I think we probably have close to all the ones we need. This one's in Taiwan. It's a little bit smaller. That would be a good one to add somewhere. Doesn't fit by this park, but it does fit here. Let's put it there. And just like we've done elsewhere, we're going to get just a few trees in here. The horse chestnut. That'll work. Okay, what else do we have? More. These ones are from Italy. They're long and narrow. Okay, I think we'll go without those. This is another featured one, like totally tall. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like we are reaching the maximum of ones that this would realistically support. I think it looks pretty good, though. Yeah. I mean, if you're up here on... What is this? This is the nature reserve. Say you're up on the tower here, and you're looking from the tower. That is what it looks like. You wonder if the Koreatown could be the first of a series of ethnic neighborhoods in CCP form. There's actually the Japan one, too. Although the Japan one was mostly unique buildings. But we could try to find a spot for stuff. Okay, so let's take a look real quick. The Japan one, I don't think had any growables. It only had... here they are. Rail yard, shopping center, department store. Yeah, there's several unique buildings here. And we could put them somewhere. I mean, we could have some. What I might do is mix some of that with the Koreatown. But we have to decide. So the Koreatown, or the Heart of Korea pack, has low-density residential and high-density commercial. So we have to find a spot for that. If we put it somewhere that we already have high-density residential, say like over here, then we're going to lose population. If we put it somewhere where we have low density, then we won't lose population, but we will gain height because they're like medium density. Speaking of medium density, I wonder then... No, it wouldn't make sense over here because we're like all the way into a farm over here. But I wonder... It might make sense. No, I don't feel like it makes sense there. Maybe somewhere near Tutbury. That might work. Like right in here. And just do a few blocks of it. That might work, yeah. Just have a little bit in here. So Tutbury is one option. We'll put it there. Or like we'll say that's one option. Option 2 would be to put it out over this way and start building smaller, like low-density residential around it. Let me know what you guys think. Option 1 by Tutbury. Let me zoom out here. So we've got option 1, Tutbury, over here. Or option 2, out by Bingham Stadium. Let me know. I'm going to drink some of my soda. And in the meantime, I mean, we're thinking about that. And in the meantime, we'll also take a look at other stuff we could build. We have the seaside resort buildings, which we don't have any seaside. Though we might be able to get like a little resort out here. Oh, we were going to put a zoo over there. That is one thing that we were going to do. But we could get some of the seaside stuff along the river. Probably could build like right in here. That might be good. 2 seems a bit more realistic over by Bingham. Yeah, okay. I'm down with that. We can do that. We are at 11% unemployment. So, and what is the terrain like here? We're on a hill. So, what I think we'll do is we'll have a small area out here that will be kind of the main commercial part of it on this side of the avenue here. So we're going to have a district come along here, maybe end there, and come out this way. Cypress Hills. Let's call that Koreatown. And we'll have that be Heart of Korea. Then, so we are going to then have a road come off this way. And let's grab a standard vanilla road for now. And this is going to go up the hill. So where could this be going? What does this road do? It goes over the highway, and it just ends there. So this is a newer road. Yeah. Do we have any hill or any roads that would have gone out that way? I feel like we probably would have a road that goes through there. Then comes down. Sakura, welcome. Glad to have you. I feel like... so what we're trying to do is we're going to put a Koreatown in here. And right now I'm trying to decide where an older road would be that would kind of be part of the plan in here. I kind of feel... I mean, we've got this farm road going out that way. Maybe we don't have an older road in there. And we just build with this. I think that'll be fine. Just get the terrain on here again. And we do want to kind of curve up so that we have a nice smooth slope going on that. And then this can curve more. Ah! Spam! Block. Hide user from this channel. Okay. Thanks to Imperial Jedi, I now have this game. In case anyone in the chat is wondering about my spelling, some of my keys on my laptop don't work as they should. Oh no! That's rough. But anyway, this is... we're going to come along here. And this road will be the main road going up the hill. And I think that is a pretty good slope there. So I'm actually going to make this wider. And we'll have it be just a standard wide road here with a tree in the middle. One of my favorite vanilla roads to use. We will also come in and change the tree though, because I don't actually like the tree that's used, but I like the road itself. Okay, now we've got that. And I think what we'll do is we'll have the district end at that road too. So then we'll have standard low density on this hill, like maybe the suburbia, European suburbia pack there. And then over here, we'll get another regular road coming out this way. And we need, actually, we'll bring it up here. And then it can curve up the hill in this direction and meet there. Yeah, I like that. Not too bad at all. And do I want to make that a wide road or not? I don't think I do. I do want to check this though, because the lighting of Middleshire, the lighting in Middleshire has always been a challenge because of the latitude. Waukesha Bay is kind of similar too, but not quite the same way. Okay, so now I want to build along with the terrain. So we're going to come along this way. Curve in, and then we'll get another one. Actually, we can go down. I mean, this hill isn't too steep, so I'm okay having the roads go up and down, but I did want to have at least one that was a really smooth road. And here, now I'm just kind of being a little bit, I don't know the word. Haphazard, maybe? Not quite haphazard, but because I do have a little bit of an idea of what I'm wanting in here, but really I'm just trying to fill in the space. And we'll bring this road down too. But we'll bring this one up there. Unfortunately, that messed up our zoning there. There we go. Okay, now, that is back. So we want to get this district. It's going to go all the way to that road. Koreatown. Okay, now we have unemployment is at 12%, so we're going to go ahead and get the high density commercial in here. Like that. And then we'll go low density residential all along here. Naturally, we'll use the painter. That always works better on hilly terrain like this, the painter does. Makes it so much easier. Is it like the only time I ever use the painter? Normally I use the like bucket. Zave Studio, thank you. Yeah, I've been growing my beard out. I had it this long before the pandemic started, and then I trimmed it because it was interfering with mask wearing and stuff like that. But not wearing a mask quite as much as I used to, so now I have decided to grow it back out. So now we will see that fill in. We can speed it up a little bit. We probably should get some schools, or at least check on that. We do have high capacity elementary school, or the content pack has a large elementary school. I think we should put that in. We'll put it over here at the end of this road. Like that. Ah, man, it looks terrible in the hill. Okay, that won't work. We'll put it down here. That'll work a little bit better. Are there any new pedestrian paths? Yes, there are. There are, let's see, we can get to those here. If you have the appropriate DLC to have trams, you can now have a pedestrian track, or a pedestrian road with a tram track. And there's different versions of that. 1, 2... Farmer T, welcome. Glad to have you, and I'm glad you're enjoying the content. And then a third version of that, like that, to match all of the stuff. And then, of course, a wider one, too. So you can now get your trams on there. And then, I think that's it, actually. So it's really, they added the trams to the pedestrian roads. If you have the DLC, then it is available. And I think that is a free update. So that's good to know. Oh, water, right. We are not playing with 81 tiles, and we have to run water pipes now. That's one thing that I didn't anticipate how quickly I would get used to not having to do water pipes, now that I'm usually running 81 tiles too, which has them built into the roads, and then electric too. And so it's like, I am so used to already not having to do pipes or electricity that I kind of forget. But we'll bring this pipe all the way out to there for future expansion and just bring it through here. Okay, now that will continue to fill in. Unemployment is 12% still. We probably should add more jobs. We've used almost all the factories, but not all of them. We have the modular house and, well, we can't do the shipyard, but modular house we might be able to put somewhere. I don't know where, though. So I don't think we'll do that, actually. But this is adding in. It might actually be a little too big for Koreatown. I think, yeah, we're going to cut back over here. I don't want that much of the medium density over this way. But I do think this will flow nice from low density to a little bit of medium around the stadium district. And maybe we'll get another block going this way. Could bring this along like that. Autosave, coffee time. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we can get... This is a really wide road for that spot, I think, for the stadium. Let's bring this up like that. And maybe we get something in there like a library. Libraries are such a big building in this game. Not the university, public library. Yeah, that would be good. And then we can get a pedestrian path behind it and line it with trees. From there to there. And then we'll bring this along here. And of course, the trees always add a little bit to the city. Is it like, if there's anything you can do to improve your city, like the easiest thing you can do to improve the realism in your city is to add trees. Another easy thing you can do is add fences, but we don't need any of those here. That should work. That's kind of filling this area out a bit. Yeah, I like that. So we've got that there. Then we want to get another district out this way. And can you mix Koreatown with IT cluster? You can actually, I think, because this is a style. And then, so you can't mix it with any of the other styles, but I think you can go in here this way. And I think you can go to office. Let's see what happens. IT cluster. Make that an IT cluster and put an office building in. Let's see what comes in there. We should have something grow because I think we have the demand for it. Well, unemployment, yeah, unemployment is high, so we should have something come in, and we should have enough educated workers. 59%, yeah. Should not have any trouble. If it can come in, then it will happen, but maybe it can't work. Yeah, the game might be trying to search that style for any office buildings, and it might not find any. Oh no, there comes something. High-tech office building. Look at that. It does work. Interesting idea. So we could make it green cities. Or wall-to-wall, or I mean self-sufficient in here. I wonder what would happen then. But I think I want to have it. I want the low density from the Korea pack because it has that medium density look. And then we'll come out here and actually Willow Park, you should be European suburbia. That's what we're going for over here because this is a European build. And let's take this office back out and put residential back in there. Okay, so that tested that idea. Let's get more roads up here. What I want to do is build out all the way to that road so that this all blends together in here. And we'll just bring this along here. And maybe here. That'll be a little bit steep, but not too bad. This one can come up and be at this contour line. And it's not like we need to come in a little bit further. There we go. Now, I feel like this one can go up here. That's going to be pretty steep. Not too bad, though. It's funny, I was just thinking that, like, it's hard to see in this view sometimes, but at the same time, the more you play, the more you get used to this particular view. Like, I feel like a lot of time I play in this style, or like this look. I don't like that there, because we have only one zoning square deep there. I think I want to go in and put this somewhere else. Our hill is getting a little bit steeper. That's why we haven't built here before. But we only have so much space, because we are playing in 9 tiles that are pretty much full at this point. So we'll just go ahead and get a little bit in here. And maybe one more coming down here. And across. Now, can we get these roads to go up without being too steep? Let's build it and then see what it looks like. I don't think we would see very much traffic going on that. So I think what I'll do is change that up a little bit. I think that's a little too steep. This one is okay, but here what we're going to do is we'll curve along like that and hopefully get it a little bit less steep. If we had move it, we could make that even better, but even that, I don't know, that may be too much, but we can do a little bit of a switchback here. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Just takes out some of our space for building. There. Got a little bit of a switchback going up that hill, and I think it'll work fine. Then we want to expand this district. Willow Park might be an okay name. I don't know, you guys can let me know if there are other names that would be from the Midlands in the UK. Otherwise we can use this. I don't know, is anybody watching from the UK? Didn't know that you did live streams. Riley, welcome. Yes, I don't do them very often because they are hard to fit in my schedule right now, but I have done them a bit. It's been a while, like maybe a year since I live streamed. I used to do them on Tuesday nights. I tried that once, and then I have gone back and forth between Twitch and YouTube. I did some during lunchtime at one point too, but right now my work schedule has me in the office in the mornings, and then I take the kids from school to daycare, and then I am in the office in the afternoon. Did I say I'm in the office in the morning? I'm at home in the morning, working from home, and then I am in the office in the afternoon. But today is a vacation day because it is a Cities Skylines release day, and that is always exciting. I don't want residential there. I want commercial. Let's do that. Yes. I don't know. What are you saying yes to, Sakura? Are you saying yes to me? I don't know. That's one, you know, one of the weird dynamics about live streaming is always the delay in the chat. Is it like, this technology is amazing that we can do this. Who thought 10 years ago, okay, 10 years ago we probably did, but for me, 30 years ago, when I was a kid, I never in a million years would have imagined that we would have technology that we could watch somebody else play a video game live on the internet from our own homes. Like, that is incredible what we do. Okay, unemployment, 14%. Okay, we need to figure out employment. We need more jobs, and we have a bunch of icons going on in the background. What are you guys mad about? Not enough raw materials. You're farming, and you're not getting your... You guys. Flour mill. Not enough raw material. Okay, I guess we need a new farm. Where do we have farming? I mean, we could import. You asked if anyone is... Oh, Sakura, you're from the UK. Okay, so you get to name this area. It has to be a UK style name, preferably from the Midlands, and something that would be like, I don't know, a district or something like that. So, let me know that. Okay. Riley, 30 years ago, you were 30 years old. Okay. I was not 30 years old 30 years ago. I was, what was I? How old am I? I am 38 now, so I was 8 years old 30 years ago. And I feel old at times now, but I also, you know, it's interesting as you age. One thing I found is I don't know if this is true for you too, but you simultaneously feel old and feel young at the same time. It can be a bit weird. Okay, so we've got that going on. We do need trash. No, why am I in garbage or in traffic? Okay, garbage. Yeah, we need better trash processing. So we need another processing plant. Where could we fit one? They're big. We have a very busy airport in this city, by the way. It's one of the busiest I've ever built. Sometimes the game gets stuck exporting raw materials when there's a lot of local demand. That is very true. And that's why I use the transfer manager mod now. But I also think I have gotten better at using more silos and things, and I don't think I have very many of them in this build because it is an older build. So I think the first thing we need to do is get, yeah, there's one tiny one there. First thing to do is to get more silos, and we will set them to fill so that we should have more grain close by here. And all the icons are gone now. Should do the same thing with oil. We don't have a lot. Oh, we've got oil right here. Fill. It's trying to fill, and it could import that. But let's figure out the trash first. This is a processing thing, and that is, I mean, they're so huge, those buildings. We can't really fit that anywhere over there. Maybe over here. This would work. Let's put one in here. Garbage. Processing plant. It doesn't fit. These are just a little bit too... we can't get that. Okay, there. Can move that over just a tiny bit. That one too. And then can we fit this in here? Go for Amber Valley. That's a district in Derby, so that could work. Okay. You got it. Alright, we've got more processing there. Amber Valley. Okay. Processing. We should then get a transfer building out here too. And I think we need to get another road here. Scroll way down now. I wish that the free update had included a way to have this menu bigger. There's mods that can do it, of course, and I use the one I'm using now is called Yet Another Toolbar, but I don't have that in this build, obviously. So we'll get that there, and that will fits our garbage. What other icons do we have going on? That's garbage, garbage. That's turned off. That's fine. That's turned off. Those are all turned off. And by the way, they're turned off because when you build a cemetery and it fills up, it adds the graves. And I like how that looks. So when they fill up, I turn them off and then build a new one. So if you are new to my channel and you haven't learned that, now you have. That is the trick I use. And then we also have icons here. This guy is sick. And the way to deal with sickness is to have medical centers. And you can see we don't have one near here. So we're going to add this one, medical clinic. We'll put that right here. And they'll send out an ambulance to go help him. Yeah, guys. Send out an ambulance. We'll do flycar ambulance. Come on, do it. No ambulances in use. Here comes one. No, you're going the wrong way. Don't. He was not sick. Why did you go to that house? Okay. Well, this poor guy. One citizen. Can we see who lives here? I don't think so. You're sick. Ground is polluted. Why is the ground... Oh, because of the recycling. But that's fine, because we've got the medical clinic now. Did any of your mods break with the update? I have not tested. So, the way that I've been handling a lot of the updates lately is I switched to Vanilla Cities for the few days. And my videos this morning, I used my Springfield vanilla save. to show the content from the content creator paths. And then I use Wareham for tomorrow's video. And then tomorrow I will be trying to record in Atlantic Shores. And that one I will need the mods to work. But I know a lot of the modders have updates ready to go. They just were waiting for the patch to be out so that they could actually update them. You wish that you could zone an area as cemetery instead of having a fit size. I agree. I think that would be a really cool thing to have. And the man, the myth, behind the curtain. Thank you for the great content. I'm glad that you enjoy it. And thanks for watching. Dad Plays Too. So, what were we doing? Oh, we were going around looking at icons to make sure that we've got things under control. Yeah, mostly. Do we have medical coverage downtown? We do. Do we have any hospital? There's a hospital downtown. Okay, I think our icons are okay. Why are you abandoned? There was no goods to sell. Yeah, because our industry is not happy. Let's take care of those. And we've got a water icon there. Don't mind me, I'm just fixing some water. Okay, now, we were waiting for some of this to fill in. Did I zone all of it? I did. So, we need to figure out jobs. And what we could do is we could... What district is this? We could come in here. Oh, we don't have a district there. Okay, we are going to get a district here. And I don't know what we're going to call it, but it is going to have a high-rise band. Umber Hills is probably not the right name for it. But Underhill might work. I don't know. Sakura, does that work? Is that a good name for UK? Underhill? Because it, in this case, is under the hill. I mean, it makes logical sense to me. Policies. We are going to do high-rise ban. So now we can come in and we can put a few offices in here and they won't get too big. And we do... Oh, look, we've got offices over there. And over there. They're already mixed in here. Let's come in here, though, and we're going to bring this road like that. Get a nice little hill. Put east at the end, and it's doing... Okay. Underhill East. Like that, one word or two words? Yeah, I was thinking Lord of the Rings too. Here, we'll make it 2 words, just because that is easier to read. And I want this road to connect to there too. So we're going to check the terrain. That's not terrain, this is terrain. And we will bring this here. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, did you watch Rings of Power? I did, and I liked it. I won't give anything away because people might not have seen it yet, but I liked Rings of Power. I liked House of Dragons too, from the Game of Thrones sequel, but I liked Rings of Power better. It just seemed like a nicer one. Now I'm doing a little bit of terraforming just because I want a better building pad here. There we go. Now we can get some offices in here. Hello, Ryan. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you today. And there, we've got offices coming in. We'll go all the way over here. Not on the roundabout. Or oval about. I think that's an oval about. 80s, baby, and I agree. Never would have thought that here I am at work watching you. Yeah. Gabriel, glad to have you. Welcome to the chat, and it's just amazing what we can do these days. We're going to build offices there. We're really trying to fill in offices pretty much wherever we can fit them now. This space, what should we put there? A unique building. That's what we're going to, and it's going to be one from the Japan pack. We should do one from the Korea pack because we're exploring those paths today. Let's go all the way down. What is this one? Dawson Square. Oh, this is a cool building. I like this one. We'll put that there, and then can we get another one on the other side? Oh, the department store would be a good one in here too. That might be too big though. Where like the terrain might not be friendly for that. Yeah. That doesn't quite work here. Would it work? We have a different department store over here. Would it fit in here? So there's the other one. No. The blocks are too small. That doesn't work. I think we just have to get rid of this one because it doesn't work with the terrain. It's too big for that spot. But this one... Oh, that's a small thing. The temple would work. We're a little bit far from the Koreatown, though. I think we just keep that building there. And then we can get offices on this side. There we go. Now, unemployment. 16%. I wish I had Rico, because these buildings would have so many jobs in them. The skyscrapers that we put in. If you weren't here early on in the stream, I added these to downtown just to give a little bit more definition to the height of the downtown area. So we still have the old town over here, and then we've got the new town on the other side of the train track. Kind of like Edinburgh. And then, of course, we have Queen Elizabeth Park here, which we built... the park was there when we built the city originally in the series, and then when the plazas came out, I built Queen Elizabeth II Plaza, because that was like, I think I recorded the same day or the day after that she died, and so I was thinking of that and made this into Elizabeth Plaza. But anyway, we added the skyscrapers over there today, and we're still having garbage issues. I think we don't have enough trucks. So what I'm going to do is add another one of these, and we'll put it tucked in over here. There. Kind of hidden away a little bit. Garbage trucks are having to go the wrong, like, way out of the way. So what we should do is add another road here. Put it here. And bring that along like that. I don't want that road though. I want a more non-industrial road. Also, we need to take out some traffic lights in here. Let's do that now. So traffic lights to remove, you go to the info panels and go to traffic junctions, and then you can come in. And what I like to do is anywhere you have a 4-lane road meeting a 4-lane road, I put a traffic light in. But everywhere else, if it's a 2-lane road meeting a 4-lane road, I turn off the light and put stop signs. And that makes it feel more realistic, and it makes the traffic flow well. You could go in and put stop signs on the other ones too, but I feel like that's a little overkill. At least for the way that I play, where I generally... We're going to have... You know, we will have the stoplight there, because that's kind of like arterial road. Ish, I guess, would be the word there. But anyway, the way I play with having to record and trying to get a lot done in an individual video, it made sense for me to not go into the detail of adding the stop signs on all of the side streets. So that is my little bit of tidbit info behind the scenes. We have several spots here that have not had the traffic lights removed. There we go. Okay. Now, don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Yes, hit the... by the way, if you're enjoying this video or this stream, hit the like button, because it will really help spread the video further out, because that makes it so that YouTube knows to share the content with viewers who have liked the same videos as you. How's that? That kind of matched what I do. Jack, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you today. Hope you're doing well. And we are in Middleshire. We built a Koreatown over here, and we're using it to blend. Actually, we probably should have a high-rise ban in here, because I think... Although, no, I don't think we can change it, because high-rise... Oh, that might work. It might work. Let's see, I feel like that building is just a little too big. Let's see what happens when we put the high-rise ban on. But anyway, we put this in here so that we could blend the high density down to low density over here. And Sakura, 100%. I do like 1 or 2, then do the rest of cam, or my vids would be way too long. Yeah, off cam. You do some to show it, and then you do a lot of stuff off camera. But sometimes the off camera stuff, if it's not necessary for the city, then it may not be worth the effort, to be honest, because if all you're doing is showing other stuff or like other parts of the city to people, then you might not need to do that level of detail. Unless you really want to, then of course go for it. We need power to come along here. I think what we'll do is we will put offices in here because we need jobs. We need jobs so bad. There we go. That can come in. I don't like this little bridge here. And a lot of the people do too. Look at that. They're walking right over it. And let's get another office building here. I don't think I want them on that little street though. Let's do commercial there. I like the 1x1 commercial buildings, but not the 1x1 office buildings, because 1x1 office buildings, I know that's residential, I also don't really care for those, but 1x1 office buildings kind of look the same way, where they're like tall but narrow, whereas the 1x1 commercial buildings tend to be like the ATM here, or the whatever this is, a little cafe, another ATM. Oh yeah, another ATM. There, yeah, same building, next to each other. Very Cities Skylines. Uh-oh, power. Look at the airport. Okay, so we need to add more power. What is the power like in this build? We have a little bit more space. We might be able to add another one of those in here. Yeah, geothermal. It's kind of a weird angle. We'll do it anyway. Put that there. That should get us up higher. How much gets generated from this? 80. That might not be enough. I mean, it is enough for now, so we'll keep it, but we're going to keep having a problem with that. Alright, so where are we at now? This is coming together nice. Ooh, this is filling in well, too. Unemployment is still 15%. Yeah, that is where we're at. We could maybe make the farm bigger. Yeah, one thing we could do is we could come in here and we can add more workers' barracks. So we don't really have many in here already. In fact, we have 28% efficiency bonus. But I don't really see... Oh, we've got 2 here. 1, 2. And then we've got the maintenance building. Alright, what we're going to do is over in here, because we've got the tram here, where do they have a stop? I think the max height of a building should be influenced by its footprint. I agree. I also think that it would be fun, even though I hate parking minimums, it'd be fun to have an option where you could set the parking minimums, and then anytime you build a building, it would generate the parking for that area. I think that would be a cool thing to do, just because that is realistic. I guess we're only going to get 1 in here. Not ideal. I wonder if we can do this the other way. If we bring this here, we get even more intersections, but we can get 2 workers' barracks. Now we've got 4 in there, and then we can come in here with a pedestrian path. Like that. So now it's like all gravel in there, and then we can get a little bit, or like maybe an oak tree over here. Autosave, coffee time. And then get another one over here. Also, there's a whole bunch of new trams and things like that. And now that we have new trams, I hate these ones. So we're going to change these. So they have a capacity of 90. I think we can probably get by with 105. Let's do that. That way we don't even have to look to see what their current usage is and stuff like that. We can just switch right to 105, be done with that, and have much better looking trams. Okay, I would also like to see a zoning rule about the max height in units, not just ban high rises. Yeah, that would be good. And then you could have true variation. They needed to add more medium density. Wow, look at all the traffic at this place. Want more Czardus in your day? Join us on Discord. Yeah, that's a great idea. I definitely endorse joining us on Discord. This is very busy here, but I don't know that there's any real good way to improve that. I like having the two-way street there, and we already have a train there, so there isn't really too much to do about that. We just added more workplaces. That's good. 15% unemployment. It didn't really do much, though. What we could do, I mean, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that there's a district here. And we're going to make it specialized on farming. And then we're going to fill in some of the gaps with vanilla zoning specialized farm. We'll end at this little hedge here. And this road. Then we're going to go into industries. And we'll do a farm. Hillside Hills. I think we'll just call this Turpin. And that is going to be agricultural. And then we can come in. We should be able to get quite a bit of zoning in here. And that will add a lot more jobs than what we would get through the Industries DLC. And that should improve quite a bit. We'll just start there. Actually, we've got, this is a good spot to fill in there. You can see then we'll get some of these empty fields. I wish there wasn't a billboard on it, but there isn't too much we can do about that. And of course that's going to add more traffic to the area, but it is what it is. And we're going to end up getting more goods out of here to our other stuff. I mean, we've got traffic coming in out here. It's mostly people turning in, which we could probably change. There's a stop sign there? No, they shouldn't have to. I mean, part of it is because of this road then. They're waiting to make sure they have space. What we could do is take that out. And instead we'll put a gravel path here. So it looks like it can, or like somebody can go in there, but nobody actually can. And now they can turn a little bit better. Now we're just dealing with down here. And like I said, there isn't very much that we can do about that. It's all these people trying to, or all the trucks trying to get to the train so they can push cargo on that train. And over here they have not enough raw materials issues. But we've got plenty of crops just sitting here. Maybe if we change this to balanced. I mean, balanced, that would try to keep it half full. But I do like having it filled right by where we have that. I think maybe let's just add more trucks. Which, again, I recognize the irony in trying to solve the traffic by adding more trucks. But, I guess that looks okay for them. If we come in here and we have this fill, we're going to have more trucks available that can be delivering stuff. This is just, maybe we should just move away from that and pretend that it's not an issue, so that anybody who joins the stream from now on doesn't even see that there was traffic there. I think that might be a good idea. This kind of looks cool up here. The hill is pretty steep, but I don't know, it looks okay. And then it comes down to the low density there. We've got, this is more raw materials issues. Petrochemical, we're not importing enough oil. This is all of our oil. Are we generating oil at all? No, we're importing all of the oil. Where's the train? Here's the train. Do we have any train issues? Or is everything moving smoothly? Yeah, it's all moving fine. The goods are moving around. I think it's a truck issue. We're trying to fill these up. Look, we've got traffic here again. Lots of traffic there. And all these trams that now that I changed the vehicle, these are all trying to get back to the depot. Which is right here. Then there are the new ones trying to go out. It's fun to see the switch. Bye-bye, old train. Bye-bye. Hello, new one. Oh, look, a double-decker. Okay, and I'm distracted now. What should we do next? I'm going to have more soda. We have like an hour left of this stream. What do you guys want to build in Middleshire? We've kind of looked at or like what from the content creator paths do you want to see? That's what I'm doing today, is looking at that and having fun with it. But also, maybe we should expand. This might be a way to improve our unemployment, is to get more university in. We have enough capacity, so maybe we can't do that. Could improve the attractiveness. We might be able to get a little bit more in. I mean, also we might get more academic year reports. How many? Doesn't say how many exchange students. We got 8% from that. Oh, 8% from all of them. GPC, hey, welcome. Glad to have you today. We are just trying to decide what else we want to do in this stream. We're like halfway through, and we've done a lot with the content creator paths already. I think I do want to add more to this. We're kind of mixing all of this together. They're at level 3. Let's see what buildings we have that we can add. Any of the big ones. We can add the School of Tourism and Travel to the trade school. Let's get that over here. Then we can add, probably have one in here too, School of Environmental Studies to Liberal Arts. That can go right in here. I don't want to take that out. Don't take out the path, please. Okay, power line is fine. We can take out the power line. Put that over there, I guess. Power lines can be fixed. Paths are more of a pain to fix. Okay, delete. There we go. Unpause. There we go. And that goes that way. Yep, Patreon is a good way to support me. That is very true. Thank you, Jack, for sharing that. And some liberal arts. Now, university. What else do we have? I have probably the School of Law. Yeah, School of Medicine. We already built the School of Law. Okay, so medicine is to go in. Wait, these are really mixed together, which is the way I like it. Here. University is over there. Liberal arts is over here. But what we can do is we can rearrange it, and I think that's what we'll do. We're going to come in here. We want to bring this one over here. And we want to put a little bit of that there. And then we can come in here with the school and build it. There we go. Autosave, coffee time. Now, what else? That looks cool. Where are we at now? University, still not enough. We have enough students at the liberal arts school, but not enough attractiveness. And then the trade school, not enough of either. But that did add, I mean, I guess we add more dorms. Let's do that. Which school is this? Liberal arts. Yeah, let's go in here, and we're going to get more dorms. Dormitory. Right there. Ah, it doesn't quite... Look at how close it is. It's too bad we can't... I don't have mods. Man. Well, we could get other stuff, but we got one dorm in there. And that... This one would take out paths. Might be able to fit it in here. Oh, but not in the campus area. Bring this out that way. And then come back in. And put the path here. Or put the building there. Okay, so liberal arts added 2 more. We're up over on that, but not enough attractiveness. Let's see. Outdoor study would add... Does it say how much attractiveness? It does not. I wish that it did. That is a little gripe. Add a statue in here. That always adds... Oh, look. And the statues fit. We can do that. We can get an art club here. Oh, nice. Get another... Oh, no, that one doesn't fit. Does this fit here? It does. It's like super exciting to find things that fit in here. Drama club. Put a little groundskeeping in there too. Yeah, now, where did that get us? That has the attractiveness. We can get up to level 4 of the liberal arts. Trade school. We need more students. Let's start with that. Trade school is in here. And we want more dorms. That doesn't fit there. It does fit here. Doesn't fit there, but it does fit here. Let's get another path in there, though. So put that there, and then we can bring a path over in here. Out like that. Get another one here. And what does that put us at? 580 for attractiveness. Okay, we have space here. We can add a few more things then. We've got groundskeeping. That is the smallest building. Book club fits here. Groundskeeping can go here then. Outdoor study will not fit. That's a bigger one. Cafeteria. It would be nice to fit there, but it doesn't. And it doesn't fit there. We already have one there. Let's see. Statue is there. It doesn't fit there. What about this one? IT club. So close. But it does fit there. And the statue. Okay. Oh, there goes that. We can put this here. Where are we at now? 825. Almost. Almost. Just a little bit more attractiveness, and then we could get this in here. Let's put that there. We may have just lost power. We want to make sure that we don't cut off power if we can avoid it. Although this is now a redundant power line, so we can just take that right out. Okay, now we are getting close. We want to add a little bit more. Do they have... I don't think they have a commencement building. No, they don't. Let's give them one. Somewhere that we would be okay having that. Say over here. Commencement building. Not in campus area. Okay, let's fix that. Whoop, burp, burp. Like that. And then we can go in and get that there. And then they probably need a library then. If they didn't have a commencement building, then they probably don't have the library. that there. And that gives us the attractiveness, and we're very close to having the students. Oh. Let's get one more dorm over here. I'm very excited because I know for a long time in Middleshire I was trying to get these campuses built up. And now we are so close to getting it to that point that we move up another star. That one's set. That one is set. Okay, university. University. I mean, we could... Probably could get some varsity sports in. They need water. Didn't I give them... Oh. I did, but I missed one. And also there's a delay in chat, which is always so annoying. But that is done. Now, varsity sports. What options do we have, and what is the most UK? Aquatics would probably be good. Track and field. We could pretend that the American football stadium is a soccer field. I think probably aquatics. Let's get that somewhere in here. And we want that to be the university, which is this building. I don't think it'll fit in there. No, I think it has to be over here. Yeah. Let's bring... Okay, I also don't like that power line there. I wonder where I could put the power line. Actually, it's redundant. It comes in here. We don't need this one. Beautiful. We can take that out. Oh, we do need it for that, but we'll get power there a different way in just a moment. What is that building anyway? The hypermarket. Rugby would make more sense. Maybe. And, I mean... Yeah, I suppose the American football one could be kind of like rugby. But I think soccer is a bigger thing there. Sakura, are you still around? Give us your opinion. Should we pretend the American football stadium is a rugby stadium or a soccer, football, association football? That did not quite go far enough. Bring that to there. There we go. Bring that around, and then we're going to put the stadium over here, the aquatic center. Ooh, circles. How about some Aztec sports? But this is a European build, or like a UK build, so I don't think Aztec would work. You can get up to 50% of... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is on sale on Humble. I didn't even know that, Jack. Thanks for noticing that and sharing the link and stuff like that. That is very helpful. Now, that goes in there. That's a waste of a node. There we go. Now, power. That did not connect the way I wanted it to. Okay. Womp womp. Sadly, you're right. Soccer or football is more popular. Sadly. I take it. No. Spam. Spam hide user. There we go. That is spam instance number 2 for this stream. And it happens. It happens a lot in comments. I don't know, maybe you guys didn't even notice because there is a delay in the chat to allow me to catch those. But anyway, so wait, let me check here now. Just being arbitrary. Let's see, university. That gave us more attractiveness, and now we can actually have a reason to also come in here with stuff like the statue. Let's have that right out front. And incomplete link above. Did that work this time, Jack? Let's do this. Sakura, you are a rugby person. There, that looks nice there. Let's put a path on the back side of this too. And, ooh, speaking of path, we need to get across that road there. So this can come down there. And then we need to make it so that people can get up and over that. So we're going to come along here and bring this up this way. And then over the road. And conveniently, we might be able to just come in here. Like that. Look at that. I mean, it's an expensive walkway, but it also is pretty cool. Keeps dropping your name. Oh, that's a bummer. I don't know if I can get... I don't know where I have that link easy. Probably in Discord. I think I had that recently. And I will give it a try. Let's see here. Deals. Yeah, by the way, people, in Discord, we have a channel where we share deals. Here we go, partner Czardus. Copy link. Demetrius Plays, welcome. There we go. Oh, no, it did it again. It might have the link, or like it might be in there, but it might be hiding the end of the link. I don't know. It isn't a big deal anyway. Let's see here. No, not liberal arts. We want university. We're very close to the attractiveness now. Let's get a few more dorms in. We've got most of the dorms there. Let's get another pack of dorms over in here. My link worked. Awesome. Bring this out this way. And then down here. And get a dorm. Ah, no, I didn't give it enough space. Let's try that again. Plus, it's not quite in the area, so we need to expand the university area. It can come all the way down here now, I guess. And we'll get this in here. And there. Get 2 dorms in there, and Kitty Claw University is now attractive enough. Alright, Demetrius, I'm doing well. I hope you are as well, too. I'm going to have some more soda. We are really exploring the content creator pack by doing a whole bunch of stuff that is not content creator pack related. But we did, to be fair, we already built our Koreatown, and that blends in nice over here. And then we also added a bunch of skyscrapers to downtown Middleshire to really change the look of the city there. And I feel like it feels like a city now, instead of, you know, a lot of the vanilla buildings are just flat in terms of the size of them. But now this one has some buildings that stand out and really give it a, like, uniqueness to it. And that's really good. And then, other than that, we've been going around and adding a whole bunch of stuff. Speaking of adding stuff, oh no. Sewer. Pause. I had this problem once before, and then Millwich, like, disappeared. We need to get more sewage treatment. I mean, look at... We're already doing so much in this city. Let's do... Not the eco treatment plant. Let's just do the generic one. And put that in here. And what is this? Spam text message. Okay. Add that. That should give us a little bit more, and then we can add water tower out in here. They generate noise, but oh, here, let's put that in here in a park. A park is always a good spot for a water tower. The skyscrapers, what are their features? A lot of noise pollution? Let's take a look. So, the skyscrapers are unique buildings. I don't know how much noise they produce, but they really add, yeah, I mean, they don't produce a lot of noise. They do produce some, but really your noise comes from your traffic. And so the buildings themselves get more stuff. Oh, here is another spam thing. This one was held for review. We're going to hide the whole person. But they do generate more leisure. So leisure here, we want unique buildings. You can see that is a lot of unique buildings in there, which then improves the attractiveness of your city. So you can see the appeal is high in this area because we have those skyscrapers, and that really makes this area appeal for tourists. So if we look at, theoretically here, I haven't checked this, but if we theoretically look at tourists, we should see a boost. Yep, that would be about the time that we added these unique buildings, I think. So now we have more tourists coming in, which then also increases your tourist tax income, which is good too, because now there's more tourists coming in and doing more stuff. So mostly in the vanilla game or on console, they are unique buildings that add tourists. If you are playing with mods and you have, say, the Rico mod, you could turn it into a Rico building and then it would have a whole bunch of jobs or houses or something like that. But in the base game or vanilla, it does not have, or the unmodded game, I should say. It is really just for looks and tourists. Now, that was that little statement. Does anybody else have a question? I will just... Oh, I was going to go over here. We were going over to Middleshire because I wanted to add... What are you mad about? Why did you abandon sewers? Okay, well, you can... We'll just take you out and you can respawn. That'll be the easiest way. I was going to come in here, though, because there are other buildings, the Seaside Resort Pack, that I think would look cool here if I can make it that far. That one's too small. This one might be good, though. We put that there. You're a console player. Well, that is fine. You can do... I think there's a lot you can do with console, because they've added a lot to the game, particularly because of the console versions. So they want to make sure this one doesn't quite fit there. This one feels right. But they want to make sure that the console game has a lot that you can do. And so that, I think, is why they've been adding the content creator packs. I'm going to add this key here. And can I get under that road? Oh, look at that. We did. And I don't know, that just kind of adds to that riverfront. I wish I had moved it so I could lower it just a little bit. But I really like how this looks. Here it's a little too low, although maybe they want to take a boat out there. But we can get these in here, yeah. That'll be a fine spot. Okay, then back to this. We want this one... goes way out, and now it won't let me build because of the key there. But if we wanted to, we could put this out on the other side, and it would be like a little pier going out. I don't know, that kind of looks not quite right. Not here. Not in this spot. This one might work though. Nope, that one doesn't look right either. Just trying to get a few things in here. Something a lot of console players don't realize is that you can add a keyboard, and that can really make a difference. Yeah, that is right, Jack. That looks cool there. Just kind of adding a little bit to Millwich here to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. I wonder if we can get something on this side too. That one's already been built now. This one might work. Yeah, I guess that works. I think we can do better, though. We're going to take this out, although... Yeah, I want the road, but I'm going to revise the terrain here. We do a similar stream in December. I will be doing that. I'm targeting the release day for that, too. But, and I've requested the day off, so it should happen. Actually, I've confirmed I have the day off of work that day. But, I need to solidify a few more parts of the plan there. Go up like that. And there we go. Okay, now, oh, autosave, coffee time. then this comes down here. So now, oh no, I want to take this out too. Because I want this road to be at like the same height as the river. There we go. What kind of work I'm a lawyer. So yeah, I'm a lawyer. I'm a practicing lawyer. I work in-house for a corporation. So I have pretty good hours for the most part, and then I have a lot of vacation time. But I would much rather do something like this because it's so much fun to play computer games. Did you guys hear about the missiles in Poland? I did not hear about that. Interesting. I'll just save coffee time. Yep. Let's see. I can't quite get this where I want it because it keeps trying to snap to that. Although that would be fine because we're not connected over here. I don't want traffic going on there. And that's one thing that if you're in the vanilla game and you want to control the traffic, don't connect the road. Like, I don't want traffic on this old bridge, but I do want people to walk on it. And I think there's a pedestrian on it right now. No, maybe not. I thought I saw somebody walk on it, but I guess not. Yeah, that's not good news. So we'll get that there. And we're getting more residential demand. Unemployment is finally creeping back down. Power, though. Power needs to come in here. That can go there. I don't know. I think we need some trees here to kind of solidify the look of this. Yeah, the big oak trees here. And then maybe some rocks along the shore here. Let's see what other ones we can do. I mean, these are probably too big. Do the new pedestrian roads have bridges? That is a good question. We can check that in a minute. I don't like the rock there. I think we're going to do a key here. Same style key. Yeah, I took out the trees. No. I mean, it's okay, I guess. It'll be okay. Pedestrian roads will form bridges. Let's take a look. Pedestrian roads. So the new one. Small sandstone. Make it tall. Yep, that has a bridge mode. And we want to not have auto paint pedestrian area because I don't want a pedestrian area in there. But we do want to test. Yeah, I think all of these have roads or have bridges. Yeah, they all can do bridges. Alright, so that got that in there. Now, how is this looking? We added more zoning in here. Oh yeah, and I was not going to show that because the traffic is so bad. I remember saying, now if I move away from this spot, nobody in the rest of the stream will see that I have bad traffic. But it's okay. It is what it is. It has to. Sometimes a city has to have bad traffic in some spots, and there isn't anything to do about it. We have 77% overall, so it's not a big deal. But we do have a little bit of an issue over there. Now, these are also unique buildings, so they will add more tourists. And you can see some are parking down here. And I think, actually, we could do one more step to this. Would be to go back to... No, not here. Where is it? Oh, they're in the park. Yeah, the mid-century modern stuff is in the parks, so that you can build more than one. We're going to get these carports here. This is one of the best parts of that pack. So now there's parking that these guys can park here. Bad traffic is a part of life. Just look at Chicago on a Friday afternoon. Hey, Chicago. Well, no, actually, I was going to try to defend the Chicago, but yeah, the traffic here is absolutely horrendous on Fridays, especially. This needs trees. That's something that we can do. Add some oak trees and chestnut trees. Don't want to be on the road. No, don't snap to the road. What different experience do you get with console using a mouse or a keyboard? So with a mouse or keyboard, you would then have a little bit more control. I mean, for me, a mouse is much easier than a console controller. Yeah, more control, exactly. Let's get some ferns in here. Man, I love some of the foliage that's been added. I really, really can't say it enough that the content packs that have been added in the last couple of years have really made this game incredible without mods. There is so much you can do, and especially if you're just lightly modded, then it's incredible. All the things you can do. Or, even better, if you're using full mods, like I'm using in a lot of my series lately, there is just so much great stuff. Okay, now, what else? I don't know, maybe we just do a tour from here on out. A tour and hang out and chat. So, Gabriel, you're going to try it out. That's a good idea. I mean, buying a mouse or a keyboard for your console is probably a much cheaper starting point than buying a PC. Though, speaking of buying a PC, Jack will know where I'm going with this. If you are going to buy a custom PC, go to Apex Gaming PCs. Check them out and buy using the code Czardus, and you can get a little bit of a discount on your custom gaming PC. Disadvantage of, yeah, the consoles, it would be really nice if they could do mods, but alas, they can't. I wonder what, go out of that view. What train do we have in here? We have, oh, we don't actually have a train line right now. I think I deleted, no, I don't think we built one. Come to think of it, we have intercity trains and we can't really control which ones show up. But yeah, I think that's the only passenger station we have in this build. I mean, we might be able to get one out here. New chat, well, I wonder if we could fit one here. If I made this roundabout smaller. And then we could have a passenger line. That's far enough away that it would make sense, too. I don't think anywhere else would make sense, but here it would. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to take this out. We're going to pause because we do have a bus there that clearly is trying to have a bus line. And we will get a new road here. 2-lane one-way. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want a bridge. Oh, there we go. And I do want snapping. We're going to make this smaller. 3 by 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Put that back on for now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's lock that. So, by the way, if you are building a roundabout without mods, one way to do it is you saw how I did that, and then you want to lock these nodes, because otherwise it will mess up your roundabout. That is a very old trick. If you're a veteran player, you probably know it already, but new players never know about that trick. Let's come in here and get this. And the Sheik, welcome. Glad to have you here. I am doing well. I hope you are as well. I'm sorry that your Eagles lost. I think you're an Eagles fan, if I remember right. They lost a game recently. and they are no longer undefeated. But they are definitely doing better than my Packers, so I can only say so much. Yeah, okay, so we're going to get a train station. We want not elevated. Also, okay, we're going to have it be a dead-end station. Mehmet, good to have you. Ground by... Oh, yes! That would work, because then we could... Okay. But I'm very nervous removing anything. Okay, we're going to remove here. Because any closer, and we will not be able to build there. Now we need to get a road in here. We want it off of that. And like that, I think. Space occupied. What are you occupied by? This road? Okay, no, there. Take that out. Right here, yes. That's where we want that. Then we will come in here and grab Jason. Welcome. Glad to have you. Would have dropped the Apex link, but it isn't in the description for me to come. It isn't. No, we're too close. Arg. So close. We aren't talking about the Eagles. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, they're doing better than the Packers, so I can't really talk too much this year. Okay, so this is going to go this way. There. Okay, now we have to figure out the roads. That can go there. I mean, that... Nope, that doesn't work. This... Be really nice if we could get this node off this way. There we go. That goes out that way. Space already... come on. I want to connect to that. Okay, try this. Ha ha ha. Nice. I mean, this might have some issues, but it's not going to be too bad. Bring that out here. Yes. Okay. Then, guys, this is like... I love trains. I love building with the trains in this game. Maybe we just do that and leave that side out. And then this could come up here. Or maybe we make this a big square. Yeah, let's try that. Take that all out and then come in here with the one way. And we're going to bring this that way. And we'll go here. Out like that. Now that one needs to come down a little bit. From here to there. Unpause. Okay, and actually I made that the wrong way. So we want these to go this way because we are in the UK. There we go. And now our bus, did that get on its path again? Very good. Okay, now do we have a unique building or a park to go in there? A unique building that would be good here. Could be one of these. Do we have a nice big one that would look good there? The spring house. That one might work. Kind of an older style building. And then what we'll do is we'll put a fence around it. Not this one. That is... Well, the park fence might be okay. I think the forestry fence would be a bit better. Can't get too close there. Maybe this is not the right fence. But it works. Go like that, and then we'll get some oak trees back in there. Like like this is an old manor house or something. Church probably would have been a better choice. But anyway, let's go in here and we're going to add a train line. A train line in Middleshire. It's been a long time coming. Stop there and go back out this way. Complete line. And now we can go in and we will change this to commuter train, I guess. 2 vehicles, that'll be fine. And then we can come in, make sure this is a good, district, and then we can go and add, we want high density commercial along there and out this way. And here we get a little bit of high density residential. And then we'll get a little bit of low density here. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that will work. Okay, so you want my Apex link. Let's here somewhere. If I go way back in this chat. I mean, again, I doubt anybody clicking today is going to end up buying a PC. But in case you do, here is a link. Go there and buy your next PC from there. There are also cool PCs named after my different cities that I've done. But I think this is about where we're going to end up leaving today. I have had a great time streaming. Is there anything anybody wants to see before I'm done here? You always liked the pass-through stations. Yeah, I do too. And I think it will help because now the freight should be able to go through without any issue. Look, there's people riding. He rode a bike across the platform. Did he ride it down the stairs too? That was cool and interesting at the same time. Here comes a freight train. Nope, that's a passenger train. Our first passenger train in Middleshire and being passed by the freight train. Beautiful. Here comes another freight train. Ha, nice. Okay, and so let's follow that actually. Follow you. Whoop. And that. And then we can just follow this around. So anyway, yeah, I have had a great stream. I hope you have as well. My next stream, like I said, will be on, I believe it's December 13th. It is the day that the next DLC comes out, and I am looking forward to covering that as well. So that is the plan. Look for me to make an announcement at some point on YouTube or like schedule it. I kind of scheduled this one, but it wasn't until last night. And yeah, oh, where are we going? Ah! Cutting through trees and buildings and turning through a tunnel. We're going through the pedestrian plaza. That's right. I remember burying this now. But anyway, yeah, then we come in here and we stop. People get on and people get off. And then we go back the other way. All right, so that is it for today. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you had a lot of fun. I sure did. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.